All right, when we last left our victims, there was some arrangement of meetings for the following morning. You might recall that things have really heated up because apparently whatever is going on in the shadows is decided that the shadows are not exciting anymore and they want to come out into the limelight.
Yes.
The Chinese have clearly revealed themselves to be heavy-duty players in the world of spray.
Heavy-duty assassin.
Although no one seems to understand why this is related at all. Clearly there's an old lady who really, really cares about what's going on, but she hasn't said anything to anyone yet. So, I believe that we left off with you trying to arrange a meeting.
Yeah, with Mr. Hale, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Let's see, it was us three trying to arrange a meeting with Hale at the bottom of the
Intercontinental.
Intercontinental, that's right.
Because it was so coincidental that you needed a public space where no one could be ambushed.
That's right.
And as it turns out, you were lucky enough to choose a spot that coincided with some other individuals at the table.
With no outside influence.
Yeah.
We got some on our decision whatsoever.
We got some Oliver Twist shenanigans going on here.
The great thing about the Intercontinental is that it's literally right on Michigan Avenue, right down the street from where the Northwestern Medical Faculty Foundation is.
Excellent.
Is so the Intercontinental, does it have like a lobby?
Yes.
Okay, so
very nice.
Is the plan to meet in the lobby?
That was the intention.
Probably.
That I was
There's like a bar
unless one
in
of
the
you wants
lobby,
to pop for a sexy room.
No. I want this scene of us in a hotel bar. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because lobby doesn't seem very.
How old am I?
Intimate.
21.
Oh, it's not.
It's pretty open.
Well, that's the point. Is that so you're not like someplace where anyone can just be stabbed or poisoned.
I mean, it's like but if we're gonna be discussing stuff, it's like people will be walking around.
No,
there's
you want somewhere
employees
where there's like enough conversation noise that your low conversation noise doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
There's also
do they have a restaurant?
No,
not in the lobby, but yeah.
In the lobby.
There's actually multiple restaurants.
There's no way anybody's going to be like, oh man, those guys are talking about spray. Better report them to the cops.
Yeah, that cop and those other people are talking about
Oh yeah,
spray.
I guess there was a cop there.
Am I going to be in uniform?
It's your choice.
No,
That is your choice. Unless it's during the time when you're on duty, in which case you wouldn't have a choice.
that's true.
What is it?
Oh no, you do night shifts, right?
Yeah. We said to meet in
No.
the morning,
I
like-
definitely do day shifts because I go out at night.
Oh, that's right. Okay, then you would be in uniform.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have to come in on a bike because your car's wrecked?
Would the department not
Don't I just get another car?
Oh wait,
they just
no,
hand
is this
you
the
the
next
car?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're on paid administrative leave.
Oh, that's right.
That makes sense.
She is
That makes perfect sense.
I was gonna say you should grow a handlebar mustache and like.
Oh,
I do that overnight.
I thought you were gonna say
I
that
grow
you should grow a
a handlebar
mustache.
mustache
Because
and
now that he's
buy a
on paid-
motorcycle.
It's like as
No,
soon as
like
you
a
put on-
motorcycle cop.
He
Like
already
aviators.
is starting to look like Matthew McConaughey from True Detective.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh.
overnight,
Yeah.
just overnight, he has a ponytail.
Do we just substitute a new actor in like episode 5 and then don't tell the audience?
Yeah,
like,
nobody was
It's like, what happened to Nick Nolan? It's like, he got another gig, so we got Matt McConaughey to stand in. It's like,
You're asking the wrong question.
that,
All right.
when you get that Hollywood money, you gotta do that one day. It's like, Nick will just be out. It's like, where's Nick? It's like, here he is. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's Matt McConaughey.
All right. I've had enough setting up questions. Paint the
Okay.
scene.
Okay.
What's going on?
Alright, so,
in a
first of all,
hotel bar.
there are 3 of you, which means all 3 of you can decide how you like to show up in meetings. Are you the kind of people who, James is working really hard to make sure his face is on camera.
No,
He
I'm
was
just
looking
looking
at
at
the
that mic.
Oh, okay. Like, wow. It's like, that's a guarantee. I'm just going to have my head here on the table for the rest
Sorry.
of the time.
Yeah.
It's like, so you guys can all decide if you're the kind of people who show up on time, show up an hour earlier in case the joint, show up a day earlier, rent a room, disguise yourself as a young black girl. Like, what is your commitment to...
Probably an hour early.
Yeah, I will show up an hour early. As well.
I will also show up an hour early.
Oh, this is going to
Do
be
you
great.
really?
Miles wants to show up an hour early, but he actually ends up being late, so he's like right about on time.
Okay, great.
We have military backgrounds.
Yeah,
Like, it
we
makes
all
sense.
we all bump into each other going into the door like, "Oops, excuse me."
I hate
Wait,
being
are you
late.
here for
I don't
this?
want to be
Oh.
late.
Is it this awkward thing where we all realize we've showed up too early and we're just like,
No, this is just like that one time, like, 13 years ago or 20 years ago when the Mafia had their first meeting where they realized everyone at the table was an FBI plant and there were actually no longer any. You guys ever read this book? This was about 20 years ago when the FBI canceled their investigation into the U.S. Mafia when they realized that all the Mafia families had been so thoroughly infiltrated that there were no longer any bosses that were actually Mafia members.
That's like werewolves.
That's awesome.
That's like werewolves where you're like, oh yeah, we're all werewolves.
Yeah, there's a great book about
Let's
it.
stop
It's
playing.
fantastic. It's like how,
Let's go into villagers.
We did it, guys.
We won.
All right, all three of you should make luck checks. You don't have to because you're actually going to show up like late.
Sweet.
I pass with 20 under 45.
I passed with 16 under 65.
Someone's an overachiever.
I passed with 32 under 55.
I'm a
All right,
tryhard.
so you guys somehow managed to arrive at such a time that you're all literally walking to the revolving doors within like footsteps of each other.
Hello. Hey, how you doing, Joseph?
Well, this
And-
plan just became completely pointless.
Mr. Hale?
Good to
I
see
remember
you,
you
again, Hale.
too.
We,
Yeah.
we were supposed to meet
Yeah.
at, what was it, 10?
Looks like it's 9.
No, it's not now.
What a coincidence.
You gonna let me know?
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, let's,
What is that? Kid coming too,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
there was another guy, right?
Yeah. What was his name? Miles Grepsed. I'll let him know we pushed the meeting up a little bit.
I assume he was the one screwing with my phone. You two don't look smart enough.
Don't look what? I have a doctor.
Wait, what are you talking about screwing with your phone?
Like,
All right.
like no caller was coming up on my phone, right? Like hack stuff was
Yeah.
happening on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey Miles, meeting's been pushed ahead. Get here as soon as you can. Signed, Kyle.
Winky face.
That was
Signed Kyle.
that was in character, by the way.
Yeah.
My phone beeps and I like groan and
I
roll out of
realized that
bed.
after.
It's gonna be a few minutes. I
The
Turns out he'll
phone.
probably just still end up coming at the time. That makes the whole thing.
The phone wakes you up.
yeah, because I know when to get there.
Hey, early's on time.
Efficient with
No,
his
time is
tie.
All right, so it is about 9-ish on Michigan Avenue. It's not quite super crowded yet, but you are in one of the top tourist cities in the world, on the top tourist spot, and so there's tons of people. People are coming in and out of the hotel. The Intercontinental is right across from the famous popcorn place that people would line up for to get the caramel and cheese popcorn. So you can see there's already a line forming. People getting their popcorn. There's like infinite Japanese tourists.
Well,
Let's find a seat.
yeah,
Let's
I
go
say
sit
I say we walk to the bar.
The inside of the hotel is very dimly lit. It's mostly classical wood benches with like over the top like cushiony sort of things. There's a lot of browns and burgundies. On the right hand side is a bar like area. It's not like a heavy seating bar. It's the kind where there's like maybe half a dozen round tables that you can sit at, and a bar that clearly has like some really good top shelf things there that you can beat and sit at. There's a restaurant downstairs, bank of elevators on the left. We'll take you downstairs to where the hotel restaurants are. There's also a restaurant on the top floor and a restaurant there's a restaurant on the top floor that's like more high end.
Is there like booths at the bar?
No, they're just like this. There's got a little. It's like a little metal railing that kind of separates the bar area, and inside the railing is like half a dozen round tables with like 2 chairs each, and then you can sit at the bar.
Yeah, well, bars aren't too conducive to conversation. How about we push 2 of these tables together and sit down?
Would a military
Yeah.
man stand for something like that?
No.
Can we
I will
just
sit for something like
well can we is there not enough space for us to sit around one of the round tables comfortably and see each other, or
We should.
am I
There
just-
is.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
2
So
seats.
your
for-
knees will be touching.
Yeah.
Just grab a chair.
Grab some
we should
chairs
just grab
over.
a chair.
All right, I mean, there's gonna be 4 of us around a table. I'm just.
We're just trying to be. We don't want to be
There's
the
got to
people.
be tables big enough for 4
We can
people.
put the tables
right?
back. It's not that
Not
inconvenient.
exactly. The tables are about this big.
We,
Yeah, there's a tiny
You'll
table.
be fine.
we don't want to be the people who are like, oh hey, look at us, secret meeting. Hey, don't mind us. We're just
moving furniture.
Are you saying? All right.
so
Are you saying it
conspicuous.
would be?
This is no. That's fine. Let's put tables together. Let's put tables together.
There's 4 people around at the small.
Yeah, it's
Table.
fine. Arguing about this is dumb. Yes, we pull the tables
You're all
together.
just staying there. It's like we got pull table. No. Let's just grab that chair. It's like I don't think we can sit 4 people at this table. There's a bartender saying she's like just looking over.
It's a very real conversation. Very real between Joe and me.
Like,
Yeah, this is something that would happen.
It's like we time we went out to eat dinner and we had to argue over who was paying more of the tip. Like,
He was not sure if he's hallucinating. This doesn't
he
seem
did a
like
good
it could
job.
really be happening.
20% is fair.
It's not in this economy. It's not. All right.
Not to us.
You're a
Right.
surgeon. You can afford it. It was only
the
on a
principle.
$20 bill.
The principle of the thing.
By the way, I
Alright.
without asking,
Yeah.
like, dial in and catch the tail end of that
I'm not the only
conversation.
one
Can
with
you
a
sit at a
husband
bar?
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Oh, okay, 20. All right.
I mean, who's gonna card me? It's the Intercontinental.
I don't want that.
You're absolutely
Don't put that.
All right. So you sit down. Mr. Hale, can I offer you to buy you a drink? I don't know. I can get you a cup of coffee or if you're a morning drinker.
Sure, no, I'll have a whiskey. Neat. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
Hale.
All right. Well, when a server comes over, I can order you a whiskey neat.
Do they serve Bloody Marys?
There's no server. There's just the lady at the bar.
Do
This
they?
is this is literally just a bar.
I'm
It's
getting a
like-
Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
All right. I guess rounds on me then.
We're not. Just pay for your drinks.
I was just offered one to Hale, but I didn't realize.
Which of you has like the highest perception and know this thing?
I love
I have 65 spots.
I have 85.
I
80
love
spot
that you
hit.
picked it.
85?
I love it.
Uh,
It's my favorite thing.
Perception. Shit, I can't find it.
I'm
It's
just
not. There's
gonna
no
order
Spot
perception.
hidden.
Spot hidden 80.
Oh, yours is 82?
Yeah, mine is also 80.
All right, so but you're distracted. Hale's probably more paranoid. The two
Yeah.
things that you notice is that you're pretty sure that the girl at the bar is trying a little too hard not to notice you guys, and you're pretty sure that there was a slight change of demeanor when the argument got to 20% is not reasonable. Like, she's like, oh, this is not gonna be a good morning for me.
All right.
She's just like,
I'll go get.
Now I have to
Drinks.
tip her well.
I'll go get drinks. The whiskey neat, Bloody Mary, and I'll have some coffee with a shot of Bailey's.
She is very attentive to not interact too much and to prepare your drinks for you.
The best waitress you could ask for, or
she's a bartender.
bartender. That's the word. All right, I'll bring him back. All right. Can we begin without Miles?
Beep beep boop. I'm here. I'm listening.
What?
Yes, we can.
So, like, we don't know he's listening?
No, he probably sent a message saying that he's listening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to Peter.
Well, to the group chat. Thing.
Is it two-way?
Oh,
we
They
have a-
hear
we
you
have
in
a
the
group
shower,
chat.
like-
Well, okay.
You know.
We have a
Oh.
sneak chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the
app
DL.
Sneak.
So I'll
That's
check.
right.
I'll
Catch
check
out of
my
the bag.
phone.
Oh, yeah. It's either DL or Sneak.
I'll check my phone and just be like, Miles
Oh,
is
you
listening. We can get going. I guess he doesn't want us to see his face again.
I mean, he's on his way, so he's just
I
late.
type out. You said 10 o'clock.
Oh, wait. We've seen
You're
him.
late.
I've seen him, right? At the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like-
yeah, we've all seen him.
Okay.
We've all-
We've all seen him, but okay.
You said 10 o'clock. What am I supposed to do?
All right. Hale, look.
Yeah. He's not as cautious as us, it seems.
Does
We
your husband get up in the morning, or do you guys sleep in?
I mean, this would be about the time you'd be getting up. Yeah, around this time.
we need.
We'll give him a couple of minutes, and we'll see if you guys come
I
downstairs. or not.
figure. Yeah.
Kyle and I here are getting worried about the state of things in the city. We're concerned about this spray issue that's been going around. Kyle especially, has a personal stake in this.
Mhm.
I'm concerned mostly about what's been going on at my hospital over the past week. There seems to have been a lot of strange occurrences. The morgue's been attacked a couple of times. I don't know what happened to you two down there, you and that, whoever that other girl was with you. But we're just concerned, and we were interested in maybe possibly lending our assistance. If you had any possible way of us helping out, we'd be happy to do so.
Well, I'm really not certain how you fellows could help, but I've decided to be straight with you guys. It's because I really can't make heads or tails of the situation myself.
That's all right. Great. Wonderful.
Last evening,
that's a lot easier than I
alrighty.
thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So we
Look, I'm honestly beginning to doubt what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. So,
Can I use my medical knowledge to give Hale like a once over,
how do I appear? I appear like messed up.
It doesn't take a lot to notice that he has a lot of the signs of something is going on with him.
Did you have a rough night last night? Because you just put on administrative leave. Did you like take that out?
But can I house it? Can I be like, your finger is
No.
twitching in an odd way?
Oh,
It signifies...
how
that makes
good
perfect
is-
sense to me.
Make a
Put on
track.
leave.
I'm gonna
Because
put
because housing things is like that's like 90
Yeah.
like
extra.
a medicine check?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
presuming you're trying to do diagnostics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
medicine.
I'm gonna
maybe-
prescribe you a whiskey neat.
You can maybe see like what is it like the blood vessels in the nose from the cocaine.
Yeah,
Right.
something along those lines. Here we go.
Maybe.
Oh, sniffing.
Oh, jeez. Nope, I failed with an 88.
Okay,
Jeez,
yeah,
give me a break, dice.
So
Ooh,
you
I'm
feel
too
like
stealthy
you
here in the bar.
20% chance.
there's a moment in your head where you look over at Hale and you know something's up with him. You think he's either super hungover, and for a moment there, an episode of House flashes in your mind. And you're going, "Wow, I wish I was as good as a fictional character."
See, no, I feel like Novak and Joseph would hate House, but never mind. Okay.
It turns out there's a show now that I haven't started watching it yet, but it's got super. Oh, he's so attractive. So I fell in love with him before his legal. He's in the Freddy Krueger, not Freddy Krueger. He's the guy who kills his mom. Horror figure.
In Bates
Oh,
Motel?
you're talking about
Psycho?
the Bates. Bates
Yeah. The actor.
I don't know.
Freddie Highmore.
Freddie Highmore.
He's in a new show where he plays an autistic house. He's
Yeah.
like a little kid. It's like
Oh, really?
adorable. It's called
That
like The
sounds
Good
interesting.
Doctor.
Mhm.
He basically is house except he has
Good
autism, and the show apparently is great. So
Mhm.
can't wait to see
I
it.
should watch
I've
that.
not
That's
seen
a
that.
favorite.
Yeah.
But
So
I've seen
you
it.
wish you were as good as House, but you notice that whatever's going on with Hale, you cannot tell.
But something
Like,
is up. I can
yes.
tell that at least.
Like you yes, and you think, oh, his hands look maybe they're like dirty, but maybe it's just that he had a donut this morning. Like yes, but you don't notice anything extraordinary except for the fact he clearly doesn't look too good.
Okay.
You also see that he might be trying to grow a handlebar mustache. You're not too sure. It's either
We're
that
working
he's
on
planning
it.
to go on the road, or he wants to make sure that now that he's on paid administrative leave, the first time he's actually interviewed on television, he actually looks like he's guilty.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that's the trend now for
Yeah.
cops that are on paid administrative leave.
Yeah, I definitely would forget to shave like frequently.
Yeah.
As,
Like they always interview you at the moment where it looks like, yes, I did just rape a woman. Could you not tell from the way I'm dressed right now?
So, since you're being straight with us, what happened last night in the hospital?
That's the thing. I wasn't in the hospital to begin with. My partner and I were on our regular patrol route. I was driving. Something happened, and I immediately found myself in the basement of the hospital.
Now, do you mean some sort of like a fugue state where you don't remember a period of time and you appeared in the hospital?
No, it appeared that no time had passed between those instances.
I text in and mentioned that, you know what, I'm just going to call you guys. Put me on speaker.
Oh, Miles.
Yeah.
Hey, Miles.
Hey, based on the GPS logs, it looks like he actually did go from one place to another pretty much instantly.
Yeah, and my patrol car crashed immediately since I was not driving.
Teleportation is in the mix.
No, whoa, no.
Teleportation is in the
That's what I said.
Pump the brakes a little bit. That's impossible.
Look, I have no idea. I'm not claiming anything happened. All I know is I immediately was in the basement of the hospital, and an associate of mine.
Wait a minute.
What's her name? Robbie was being attacked in the basement of the hospital.
Wait, hold on. Okay, wait.
Was it like a flash? Anything? specific?
That's not how
Remember
things
any
work.
details? Hey, listen.
I can remember an overpowering smell of urine.
This is going to be a very difficult question for me to ask, but I feel it's very
Yes.
important.
Yes.
Did you urinate on yourself?
No. I was
Okay.
coherent in the hospital.
As a medical
where I
doctor,
immediately
you know that people who have mental episodes often report significant olfactory perception.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That makes
People with
sense.
strokes.
But I did immediately come to Robbie's defense. She was
Yeah.
being attacked by 2 assailants.
You
They
know,
appeared to be hitmen
you know,
with that.
So,
amount
so
of
that was
trigger.
the issue. That was
that
what was
was
going on.
that was what happened in the hospital.
there are a lot of things that can cause your senses to kind of go haywire and make you not realize the reality of the world around you.
Yeah.
You should probably get some sort of brain scan done. CAT scan, CT, like we should check up on you, because what you're suggesting, if your perceptions are this messed up to the point where you're disbelieving reality, despite what Carl seems to think, you need to make sure you're okay.
Now, Joseph, that's all fine and good. It could be his mental state, but his mental state does not affect GPS coordinates on a cell phone.
Yes, but
Unless-
Yeah,
you know.
I'm merely questioning.
I'm much more
reality.
open
I'm
to the
not
fact
disbelieving.
that you had, and sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you had some sort of mental episode than the fact that he actually
That's what it
teleported.
appeared to be.
All right. Well,
GPS coordinates can be modified. Like, if we're seriously debating here and saying that it's possible he teleported somewhere,
Miles.
like, are you kidding me?
Well, here we got Miles on the phone, and he's a computer genius.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Kids
My
these days.
my coworkers use that term all the time, and they're like,
It's a real whiz
50,
kid.
and they're like, especially always when they like
What
introduce
a
me, they're like, he's a
genius.
computer genius.
Oh, all right.
The computer. He's a computer.
Kids these days are so smart. I graduated college. I'm not a child. I'm
Like,
not a child.
I just know how to use. I just know how to use Google. That's why I'm able to answer these questions.
Yes.
Miles is a computer genius. Perhaps he can offer some insight into hacking a GPS. Miles, how easy is it for you to change GPS?
Pretty easy.
See?
Okay.
Do you believe that these have been tampered with?
My next.
Is there? So there's no evidence to indicate that, but
No.
And there would be evidence should it have been tampered with?
I mean, unless they were
All right,
extremely good.
I don't understand why
let's-
we're having to rule out teleportation.
Wait, you were the
It
one
does.
that. You were the
It
one
does
that.
seem ridiculous.
No, I mean, I don't understand why we're having to argue
Okay, yeah, that's the right word.
against teleportation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair. It's a ridiculous statement, and we're trying to build up evidence against it. I feel like, but so far all we have is that the GPS could be tampered with.
Yeah. That's a possibility. I think our
I mean-
first step should be to get you in a brain scan.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you can
here-
come by the hospital, I can run that. I can.
But
run
why would somebody? How would somebody know to alter GPS to coincide exactly with my
Yeah.
experience?
why would someone want to hide that?
And why and how?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a spray. What if this is
you're,
one of
you're
the?
thinking the spray modify his GPS.
Well, I don't know the details. No.
Yeah, that's a side
Halo's
effect
on
I haven't heard of.
No. I'm talking about.
It's the Spray Computer Network.
I'm talking about his mental episode. I'm not saying Hale's on spray. I'm saying he
You're
could have
saying
been.
I modified it?
No, I'm saying you could have been dosed without knowing it.
I suppose. Doesn't
well,
that
I mean,
just
let's-
kill people, make them high, and then they die?
Well, we don't know the full effects of the drug yet. I mean, your kid's been having these weird. Your kid's been having these weird brain fluctuations.
Rhymes. It must be.
My
yes. The
my
killer is
child.
Dr.
My-
Seuss.
My son.
You're right. There's
Okay.
been weird episodes with the brain, with my son's brain, and there's weird things here. I dabble in psychology. I had to understand the effects of drugs on people to correctly make them. Now, Hale, if you're okay, I can ask just a series of questions to just try and get a sense of your mental faculties to see if it's possible that you may entered a fugue state or you simply blocked out a memory or
Sure.
anything.
I think that's worth considering.
I begin with a series of questions that I
Okay.
assume is done in psychology.
That you
Are
assume
you
is
trained in
done.
Yes, I have psychology.
Okay.
I'll pull up some ink blots.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does this look like to you? A guilty man
got-
who needs to be murdered.
I got 14 under 70.
Hale, are you answering his questions honestly, to the best of your knowledge?
That's a crit.
That is a good question.
How did the urine smell make you feel?
It made me want to kill.
I don't think I would.
The questions start with like,
What does this
how is
picture
your
make you
relationship with your father? At a young age, did you have weird fantasies?
I'm a little thrown off by the fact that Carl is suddenly so lucid and able to ask these very pinpointed questions.
Well, all of you have been drinking.
Screw it. Yeah, I'm a
In the
little
morning.
freaked out.
You are going to give him fully...
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes, definitely. He's messed up. Not only do you think he's had fugue states, but you believe he's actually suffering from like actual like extreme paranoid episodes.
Okay. I could go for another drink. Joseph, they have an interesting
Wow, you're crazy.
they have an
What's
interesting drink menu over there. I think you'd be interested in some of the cool specials, like the Lazy Lampoon.
Here, hold on,
the
Kyle.
cocktail cockteas is another cool.
Okay,
why
is
do I
this
show
Wednesday
you
night
that?
again? You're not at the bar you think you
Hey,
are.
let's go take a look.
Hey,
Kyle,
you're not
before,
being
before
forward.
you make any judgments about me,
This has nothing to do with you. It's just a cool drink list, and with our drinks empty.
no, I agreed to
with
the
our-
psychoanalysis.
With our drinks empty.
I agreed to the psychoanalysis knowingly, but I would like you to interview my partner and Robbie, who were both there. I have witnesses at each end of this instance.
That's a good point. We need to know if these eyewitness accounts are, truthful.
Look, we
But
can do
either
that.
way, let's go take a look at these drinks.
The first thing we need is some hard medical data, which is why I think you should get a brain scan as soon as possible. Now I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom,
Why wouldn't you just text?
and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to continue discussing whatever we were discussing.
I don't know what is worse about this: the fact that the doctor is not picking up what you're putting down, or the fact that Hale
no.
is not folded
I-
out by your lame attempt
I
to try
absolutely,
to get.
No,
I
that was like-
absolutely get it.
That was like,
I'm
he,
just refusing
okay.
to engage with.
he like looked at what Peter put down and was like, I'm not touching that.
No.
Like,
Just text me while I'm in the
there's too
bathroom.
much species on this.
It's like that's the all right. So I slide out and like
I'm getting
walk
another
away.
drink.
Alright.
Oh, you actually get up?
I'm getting
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
just
can't
yeah,
get my
I'm
leg.
done
Okay.
with mine.
Oh,
I want to
alright.
get
I don't
another
know.
one.
Space for my leg.
So,
Sorry.
All right. Well,
That's
while
To
So-
calm my nerves.
While they're doing all this,
Yeah.
I like sitting on the bus, like get out my laptop and like try and do searches for
Okay.
anything where there's like smell of urine in fugue state and like or any like sort of strange occurrences that have to do with that.
make a computer science check. Or do you have a library research?
I do.
Or some kind of research
Yeah, library.
skill? Why don't we go with that as a correlate
man.
for this?
That is a fail with a 94 over
I wonder if you would need a
75.
librarian.
You do not find any information specifically about fugue states in your... Oh, I'm sorry. It's very general that basically people who have like strokes and things like that often report extreme smells like urine smells. And
Yeah, I hold myself back from making a burnt test joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, earlier at the start, Hale mentioned that he was going to be fully disclosing. Did he tell the whole story about like the shooting and the image of the shadow fellow that you saw?
did you mention
The
Longface?
slender man, the long faced guy.
Daddy long.
Daddy Long.
Oh
Daddy
wait,
Longface.
where did I see him?
That was when you were at the very beginning when you were shooting the guy and you thought you saw a guy out of the corner that caused your aim
No,
to
I'm
go off.
I'm
Well,
like
the-
describing the instance in question,
Yeah, right.
which is what they wanted to ask.
I mean,
Okay,
the-
so you
I'm
did
not like
talk
telling my life story.
about- Okay.
well, there was the second instance where you shot the guy and it looked like it was Daddy Longface and he like came at you. Am I the only one
Was
that
that
remembers
in the basement?
That was
yeah,
that was
in
at the
basement.
very end, and you were covering over his body, and then the face appeared, like it was.
Yeah.
No, see that's
that
not
was-
something that's provable.
Okay.
Like that
But-
that'll
but-
just make them like
Okay.
So
Think
you,
you were
super
more crazy.
yeah, think I'm
Okay.
like completely
okay,
nuts.
so you gave like a very cop like this is what happened.
yeah.
So as I'm in the bathroom, I
Yeah,
message you on the sneak and be like, "So what's going on?"
He's had a very rough childhood, and I can see that it's affected him mentally. I worry about both of our safeties, and we definitely should get him in for a brain scan. It's possible he's lying about the teleportation, and he might have another fugue state before the end of the day.
Possible.
So I message back, "Okay, all of that sounds good. Let's keep him talking for now and get as much information out of him we can."
I respond with 1K.
Yes, I hate the 2Ks.
Okay.
Oh, it drives me up a wall.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what that was until like you got to the
Still not as bad as 3.
So, you and your
That was
husband
good.
wake
Yeah,
have
yeah.
like gotten up early,
Mhm.
as is your practice. You're both like dutiful people who don't sleep in and are not lazy.
Yeah, I've got a job that I can't go to that makes me wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh man, how real
Sounds like
does
you
our
need a
jobs?
drink.
I don't know.
Do I need a drink? Because I
Maybe one of
don't
those
know
left
if I would
jobs.
feel
I'll
like
ask too many questions.
drinking this early in the morning. I would feel like maybe like going to the food place, but I don't know if I would feel like going to the bar.
Don't.
And I don't want to be like
I guess
totally like
that's how you
metagaming
know-
this whole situation.
No.
That is how you know
So
your life
So
is falling
there's a couple things that are important. It's like
Yeah.
it would make sense that you go to breakfast. The question is, are you the kind of couple who like orders room service or do you go out?
We would probably want some time out of this room
Okay.
because we've been in this room since we got here.
Yep.
And we'd basically be like talking to the person who's supposed to keep watch over us and be like, can we have a moment where we can like not be like watched over?
No, there's not. I mean, they can give you some semblance of privacy,
But they can go with us to go to the
Yeah,
food thing.
like they can't leave you. They can't let you just walk. But if you're saying, hey, we want to go across to the diner and we're going to stop at a pub or something, they would have to come with you. They would have to wait outside.
Well, I mean, you know, this place has got a food place, so... And by the way, so in relation to where the bar is, where's this... where food would be in this hotel?
It's downstairs. So when you first come in, there's the lobby, the check-in, the bar is over here, just seating for people waiting. And then there's a big, like one of those stone marble staircases that goes downstairs, and there's a restaurant in the half basement.
Well, I'm just trying to think of I'm trying to think this through. He's not there to see me. And like if I were to go down there, he would be the only one that would recognize me. And I also would need to be like seen. Like I can't go to a restaurant and then it's like on the other side of the hotel and I never get seen.
Well, I mean, as long as we're playing it, like, I get off the bus at some point, right?
Yeah.
9:30 or 9:45 or whatever happens to be convenient for the story.
Sure.
And maybe I cross the lobby into the bar at the same time as you cross the lobby towards the
It is very reasonable that the writers would insist that you run into Miles when they come.
I think that would be the preferable outcome. Yeah.
It's a heroes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not ordering room service. We're gonna
I mean, the writers are decent. They're not like arrow bad.
Yeah, we're gonna stretch our legs out.
Shots fired.
Yeah, we're heading down to the restaurant.
What's your character's last name?
August, like the month.
Or like
Augustus.
It's very confusing.
August
I keep
ruler.
thinking
Like the
August
month.
is his first name.
No.
Yes, so you and your husband will be on your way down to the restaurant just as Miles is coming in, and he will clearly recognize you.
So before I get into the place, I pull my drone out of my backpack and say, "Fly!"
Okay.
You say fly.
Well, of course.
Is it voice activated or are you just really excited?
I'm just really excited. I'm so psyched about this drone.
After like how many sessions? this is the
Pidgeotto,
first time
I
you can
choose
actually
Yeah.
use it?
I know.
And I set it to sort of just like run a loop around this square and just like automated and just like keep a camera feed going. So I've got it sitting on my phone in my pocket.
Okay. That
Wow.
should be
Is that
fine.
illegal?
No,
Not
definitely.
really.
No.
No. Here, just give me a chance that something horrible will happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
people
they-
lock down drones all the time.
Oh yeah.
Or a bird hits it or something.
No, so they're in. I saw this thing in the Netherlands. They're training eagles to take down drones. It like swoops on it and like grabs it and oh man, it's
Yeah, it
sick.
does its eagle
Go-
thing.
Yeah,
It's not going well.
Cool.
There's this whole video on YouTube about like drone security things and they got eagles, they got these like net cannons, and
Yeah.
they're trying everything.
Yeah.
Turns out none of it is going well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the real solution because they're just throwing out crazy ideas.
It's probably like a focused like EMP.
Oh my
There's like
God.
one guy. It
There's
just
no
falls out of
actually
the
how
sky.
that works.
Why don't they just get out the guy that like shoots skeet things for like a hobby?
Well, you're in the middle of a city and you're
Yeah,
just gonna like
just
point
take
your
a
gun sort
gun.
of up and.
Well,
No,
shoot
my
like a
own-
net.
It's not a perfect.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
there's one
That would
scientist who
work.
is
Or a
really
beanbag.
into this idea, and
No, the
nobody
problem is
else.
that
BB
they
gun.
tried the net,
Ooh,
and the
BB
thing
gun.
is that the nets are somewhat inaccurate. They have very limited range,
Yep.
and it turns out the main thing with shooting drones out of the air is they
the
crash
pinball.
into
Pinball
people.
gun.
Right, and so the problem with nets is like, oh, this is a 40-pound drone that just landed on
You
a
just,
child.
you just
Yeah.
need a bigger drone to show up and to just eat it.
So
Just have like a
no,
giant
no,
container.
they
That's like
also
just
they
kind of.
have
We've
power drone
gone
things
far
too.
off. Again, we've gone far
This
off.
one has
Okay, all right.
telescoping arms.
All right,
Okay.
never mind that. I'm not.
Anyway, Pierce, my
so,
loyal
yes.
drone, is
Just the image of an eagle.
hovering around.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, so So
Very nice.
we'll let it go for now until it becomes an issue because this is Michigan Avenue after all. They're not going to tolerate like random drones flying around. Luckily, no president is in town this weekend, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, so you are coming through the lobby on your way down to the restaurant, and Miles is coming through the revolving doors.
Oh, Mr. August.
My,
I heard about your house. I'm glad you're. On the news.
you heard about my house?
It was quite a thing. I'm glad you're all right.
Wait,
I'm glad you're all right.
Wait, what are they saying on the news?
Nothing. It was just a little
What?
thing.
Okay, what are you doing here?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, isn't it a school day? Is the library still closed?
I don't have class this morning.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know. I don't even know if the library's still closed. I haven't been there.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have. Have you heard anything new about what's going on with that? Because I haven't. I've been kind of taken aback by a bunch
By
of
the way,
different things.
Did you guys are you the kind of couple who watches the news to see what's being talked about?
I didn't think to watch the news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. In that case, you're
I'm kind of just wrapped up in my own thing that I didn't even think about. Yeah.
okay. That's fair enough. Okay.
Did you hear anything new about what's going on?
With the library and the drowned kid. Man, I have had so much going on. It just totally slipped my mind. I don't know how. That's pretty exciting and important. Listen, you don't happen to know anything about like weird things going on and like a urine smell? Is that?
Wait, is this for one of your research papers?
Yes, it definitely is.
Oh, well, personally, I don't know anything about like weird urine smells, but I mean,
Because you're like a librarian, right?
Wait, what's bringing you to ask these questions? Weird urine smell?
I
Is this what they're paying you to do with your research?
It's sort of complicated and technical.
So I was about to go have
You're coming
breakfast.
off as the world's biggest pervert right now.
No, it's just like
I have to go on the spectral computers.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get over the you're a librarian part thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm having this problem with urine smells. You know what I need? A librarian.
You're a librarian, right?
That makes
like-
sense.
To do research.
So we were about to go get breakfast. Do you want to join us? Oh, you said you meeting friends, so I don't want to leave you hanging, you know. But wait, where are you meeting up with your friends?
Just over in the bar there.
At this point, the three of you do notice that Miles is in the lobby talking to someone.
You know what? I bet you the bar probably has food.
You actually think that the guy he's talking to is somewhat familiar looking.
Wait. I recognize. I'm gonna go. Can I join into this conversation? I recognize that guy. From the police station.
Yeah, all right.
You have a friend in the police station?
Well, I mean, yeah, you might say that.
Are you wearing your doctor jacket?
Why would he be?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm in plain clothes.
You know, some doctors
We're
wear
all
them
in plain
everywhere.
clothes.
It's like, wait,
That's
Really?
like the...
it's like,
Yes.
hey,
Wow.
is
Doctor.
all your friends of the village people?
Wait,
You got a police officer and a doctor and
What day of the week is it?
Tuesday.
Shit, I'm playing hooky from work.
Yeah, you know, this is
Aren't
what
you
happens when you
often-
get caught up in teleportation.
Yeah.
all of us
Just,
are
just say you're so sad about your kid.
all of us are out of jobs.
I know. I'm gonna get fired. It's gonna happen.
You're definitely gonna get
this
fired.
session or maybe next.
Everyone is happy about this.
Yeah.
Your people at work are hoping that you'll stop coming. So it's actually kind of like
When you-
That's right. That's right.
When
Well-
you get fired, you're gonna have a lot more free time to go stab people
That's
in the middle of the night.
I've been calling you Carl this whole time. Your character's name is Kyle.
I think it was just tonight.
Why didn't you correct me? All right,
Because
Kyle.
he's
No,
a pleaser.
you called him Kyle earlier.
Yeah,
He's
you
just
did.
glad to have you around. So
Yeah.
talk to
It's so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so in character
He doesn't
for
really
Kyle.
care.
He
I
didn't
didn't-
want to
I didn't-
ride the boat and
Yeah,
correct
I
you.
didn't want. You were being so nice to me.
You
I
were
just
over
thought
at this place
it
with
was
that
too
intimate
long.
sharing
friend,
of
I
like
have a friend.
red yarn images.
Oh,
It's like,
so intimate. It's true. So I bet you the bar probably has food. So
Yeah, you know, maybe this will be fine. Well,
okay. Oh, by the way, this is my husband Tony. How's it going?
hi Tony.
How's it going? You doing good in school? Oh, keep it up.
So how do you motherfucker me?
Say how you motherfucker. I just love that Tony and Gene are the same, except for one's more gravelly. It's just, it warms my heart.
It's the perfect couple, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so it's really odd when you get over there. The first thing you notice is that this table is really crowded. Like, they couldn't have found a bar with a bigger table? We couldn't have pushed two tables together?
We did push.
We
two
didn't
tables
check
together.
out the
Okay.
tables.
I'm just surprised
situation.
that they're at the bar. It's really early in the morning. But...
So, all right. So listen, Dr. Cordivall, Dr. Novak, Officer Hale. This
Wait,
is
you
wait.
can call me Kyle.
Is the person that's with us, or are they just like near
Hanging
us?
back. He is near you. He's never like standing right there.
Okay.
Like basically.
Is he within earshot?
Most likely. I mean, they probably would have to be a little bit skillful to hear specifically, but they're definitely close enough to hear like that there is talking
Okay.
going on.
Well, I wouldn't care, but they would probably want to notice that. Or they would probably be like, wait.
Well, I mean, that's a good question. His job is to not be noticed. Do we notice him?
Wait, the uniform?
Oh, he's in the uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
oh.
not trying.
They
to
don't
be
care
not
about
noticed.
it. Yeah.
What
Like,
is their uniform? Is it like or is this like a suit man? Is this like a
they're
police?
CPD. They're
Oh,
just
oh,
cops.
okay. Yeah,
Like
they're
Hale
cops.
immediately
Oh,
can
okay.
see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they're clearly there on detail. Like
Would
they're
they-
not trying to be.
Are they
When
from
they-
a different department than me? Do I know them?
Does he know them? That'd be funny. And then he can become a.
Yes, you know them. They are actually from your department.
You could probably just straight up
Great.
join the crew.
Hey, Miles, good to see
There's
you
only
again.
a 10% chance that we got 10.
Hey, Miles,
Anyway,
good to see you
Do they
again.
recognize me?
Not yet.
Okay.
Although
Who's-
if he
so
comes
these-
over, they're gonna look and they will.
And the name is wait, you said it was a female. You said it was Louisa Franks.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Not a he. She.
Anyway, so this is Gene and Tony August.
How's
They're
it going?
people from my college.
Yeah.
Gene works there as a librarian and also has had some sort of weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
And
My house got shot up last night.
Oh,
What?
I'm terribly sorry.
I also saw a dead body in the morning at the college.
Why did your house get... Wait,
Oh, I did hear about this.
wait, what's going
You
on?
heard about this? I saw you at the precinct when I was there, giving my statement.
Yeah, I think I
don't
think
know.
I remember you.
It's kind of weird that I recognize you, but oh well, whatever.
He's got a memorable face.
I made a roll.
Yeah, I
I
think-
made a good roll.
Well, wait, hold on. What's
I
happening?
think I must have just been in the back looking at files or something.
But what's happening at the library?
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about what's going on at the library.
well, listen, nobody's told me not to talk about it. They found
Oh, wait, well, you didn't hear from me.
Sure.
They
And then
found-
and Tony's like,
yeah.
you didn't hear from me.
So they found
Not creepy at all.
they found
It's not
a
good.
dead body at this restricted bank of terminals. It's used for like highly classified defense projects. And this body was drowned. Like had all appearances of having just been pulled out of the lake. But it was sitting there in the library.
Were his clothes wet?
Where's clothes what?
I cannot
Yeah.
confirm or deny that his clothes were wet. I can't confirm or deny that.
Wait,
See, something strange
they
is
were
happening
wet.
around here.
because there are a number of ways a person can drown without, they drown in their own fluids.
No, this was like had been soaking in water for several days kind of drowned.
Was there water around the area where he was sitting?
I cannot confirm or deny that there was no water around the body. I cannot confirm or deny there was no water
How is that possible?
around the body.
You know what is?
That's
You know what
impossible.
might be possible? Teleportation.
Kyle.
Drowned body teleported to the computer terminal.
But why? Like, okay, let's-
teleportation?
let's take this crazy baton of thought and just run with it for a little while.
What?
Let's say you can teleport.
Is that what you
things.
guys came here to talk about?
Why would you teleport a drowned body into the middle of a library research center? A restricted research center where it's going to be found and
It's a
identified.
hell of a distraction.
It could be practice.
It is a distraction. Practice?
Yeah, let's say you're trying to teleport things or people. You'd probably start with like a dead boy in some water.
Are you
No.
talking about, wait, did it wait, it had clothes, you said.
Yeah.
Hale, did you... This is going to be a weird question. Did you have clothes when you teleported?
Yes, I was fully clothed.
Wait, what?
All right.
You guys are here about teleportation. You guys are really seriously talking about teleportation.
No. Just a
It's
thought
like a thought experiment.
Look,
Well,
it's as
like
I
a
told you guys.
philosophical thought experiment. Like that,
Let's just say,
I
let's
forgot the name of that one.
If you recall, my theory was that the spray itself was a distraction from something else. If this is another type of distraction, it'll fall in line with that motive.
distraction for what?
I don't know, but
What are people hiding?
clearly they need more distraction than what they're getting from spray.
We need to talk to Robbie. That's who we need to talk to.
Would you happen to know anything about what's been going on with my house being shot up? You're a police officer, right?
I can look at the details of the investigation, but I'm not privy to them. No.
So you
We're not even sure these two things
teleported
are related.
to this precarious situation that was happening. Your compatriot
Right,
Robbie.
somebody
was,
I knew was under attack.
exactly. So you got teleported there for maybe a
I can
purpose.
only take.
Do you know what
Yeah.
the purpose of that kidnapping was?
There was a kidnapping.
No.
That's a good point.
She
was... Oh, yeah, that's right.
She is in for questioning at the moment,
There's a lot of
so
stuff going
that
on.
will
Yeah,
be
well, you
found.
know,
We should talk to Robbie to get the full image of this situation.
No,
That's a good idea.
that definitely seems like a good plan. Why
This
would
is
you...
a much better plan than you realize. Robbie, what are you doing at 10 a.m. in your house or at the hotel?
Oh yeah, okay.
No, she did get taken in for questioning afterwards,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
And then,
But then
was allowed to go to a
On her
hotel.
own,
This-
she's at a motel that's on the north side of Chicago because she can't afford to stay at
Yeah.
like the high-end ones.
I'm usually up early in the morning for work, so
But there's no place to go now.
yeah.
This is the only kind of stuff you read about in like fictional novels.
You know what's really, really
Like the
good
time-
early on
the
in the
time-
morning
yeah.
when you have no work? Popcorn.
That's right. You've
Gourmet
always heard about the
popcorn.
popcorn that's in downtown
No.
Chicago.
This is
Listen, if we need to
there's
talk
no
to her, we
need for
can
this
just call
because
her.
like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Fugazi
Popcorn
here is
stores.
actually much more important, and actually it's also another clue. So I just need to know like what you think you would be doing at around this time of day, like around 10:30 in the morning. Because normally you'd be at work.
Yes, I probably will have already had breakfast. I don't necessarily know if I have enough money to stay there for another night. Checkout is at 11?
1.
1. Checkout is at 1.
That's a kind checkout.
Okay.
They don't get a
Um,
lot of business over there, so.
Would Dan be able to like find information about her?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If I know who I'm looking for, then yes.
By the way, you have a managerial job at a prison, and you're in a union. You're not poor. You just can't stay at the
Okay.
Intercontinental.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
that's
stay
a
here
lot.
indefinitely.
Oh, okay.
What's on the back of your sheet? I think we wrote down your salary.
What I was thinking was that like
Yeah, you got $75,000 a year.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
treat yourself. You
Okay.
witnessed
I'm gonna
a
go out
murder.
to breakfast then.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you definitely would have gone out to breakfast, and by now you may be done with breakfast.
Oh, geez. Okay. And there's tons of touristy stuff to do.
Why don't you treat yourself?
All right, so
Going out.
I figure you're probably just walking around,
Yeah.
getting in your own head. The main thing is that I just want to establish whether or not you were like in some other interesting thing, like in the shower, at a coffee house, I know.
in a graveyard.
in a movie theater, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
No, I would
either
be
way,
out
whatever
and
you
about.
might be doing at
Mhm.
exactly 10:30, you're now standing behind a bar with a glass in your hand,
Uh-oh.
What?
Wait.
and you have a deep sense of disorientation because you were pretty sure you were standing on a sidewalk out in the sun just moments ago.
Tony, who is not very interested in this conversation, goes over to the bar to order a beer.
Some older Italian fellow who's very well dressed comes up and orders a drink from you.
For...
Wait, you're behind the bar.
Yeah.
Can I get a Blue Moon?
I'm sorry. I'm not the bartender here. Do you know
You're not a bartender.
what is this place?
This is a bar.
I see
And I
that.
want a Blue Moon. Are you that Blue Moon?
I
I'll take
So
a.
your first thing
Am
is
I
that you
am I wearing the same clothes?
You are.
Yeah.
You're how you were. The only other difference is that now that you've had a moment to look around, you're pretty sure you're in a hotel lobby. You see a whole bunch of
Okay.
people. There's like people standing and checking in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're in a really weird. You're basically in the lobby of a hotel, and it's one of those like bar areas that's just for
Okay.
people to get drinks and meet up. And it's not a bar restaurant. There's a bunch of chairs here, but the weird thing is that it's early in the morning. There's no one here except for this cluster of men. They're all just at the far end. They push 2 tables together.
Oh, it's up to like 4 tables.
Yeah,
down.
it's
Oh
super
my gosh.
awkward, and whatever's going on is that it's like this menagerie of
Yeah, real subtle.
not connected people.
Is there like another bartender near me that I can?
No, it's
like,
just you.
What?
Because normally there'd be no
Yeah.
one here
Yeah,
at this
she
hour.
got
It's like
Okay.
the worst
swapped.
shift.
Yeah.
If you don't have a
It's
blue
all
moon,
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not the bartender.
if
I
you
didn't-
don't have blue
fine.
moon, I'll take a
Don't
Mac and
know.
Jack.
Except you didn't get switched.
I can't make you.
You know
Anyway,
what?
I come out from behind the
Try
bar.
decide.
Okay.
Was somebody else in the
And,
I don't know
bar?
anything about Chicago.
You,
Listen, you can get a
No,
second.
I
you
think so.
think you
But
you
there
take
was
another
nobody in
look
the room
and
when you
you
swapped in.
recognize that Hale is in this
There
crowd
was a
of
lady
people over
with
there.
a wheelchair at the end of the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to Hale and.
Tony goes to the other bartender and gets his.
There is no other. It's just her.
Later wasn't.
She like swapped.
No booze for you. I'm clearly not in like a bartending uniform though. Like.
No, in
No,
fact,
I'm, like-
you walk over and Hale goes, "Robbie, what are you doing here?"
Yeah. What? This is Robbie from
Oh,
the
right?
hospital.
Oh, hello, Robbie.
Speak
You
of the
had
devil.
such a harrowing adventure.
I very quickly call
Robbie,
up
what are you
her,
doing here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you know
Oh,
to come
you-
here?
I'm
you-
immediately suspicious.
No,
You see another instance of
just-
teleportation.
I just found myself behind the bar just now.
I
Like
pulled that
when?
up on a map and
Like when exactly?
I was just now. I was
Do you know this
one
one?
moment I was at a park.
No.
Walking through the park. And the next moment I'm behind this bar.
Now, okay, Miles.
Was
and
everything
someone's
normal
trying
up to
to
that
order-
point? You were indeed questioned at the precinct.
Oh yeah,
And then, like-
I was staying at a
Where's the bartender?
hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a bartender
I don't
when we
know
came
where
in.
the bartender is. I did not.
Where did she
I did
go?
not see
Could
a
be on break.
bartender.
Something like that.
Although I
Can
would
you
like to
find
order
out
a drink
anything about
now.
what may have happened to her, Miles? Like, I don't know how the.
Like how
What
fast-
you're doing
I figure out-
works.
I mean, can I figure out like who the
But-
bartender is, who would be on shift right now?
It would take a while.
Okay, can I look up phone records by location? Like other people
You're so
who would be at
omnipotent.
the bar right now.
You're like
Yeah.
you're like a
It's-
god. You're so omnipotent.
It'll be a little bit of a stretch because you're in a hotel. There's people coming in and out. You don't know who she is and who you're looking for.
Right.
It's just a bunch of phones
There's-
and
I mean-
numbers.
There's a simpler thing here. We could just go up to the receptionist desk and ask where the bartender was.
Which is what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
what her name is?
I'm gonna go up to the nearest concierge or receptionist and be like, "Hey, excuse me, we just have a couple of friends over at the bar. We wanted to get some drinks, but the bartender seems to have stepped off somewhere. Is she on break or?"
Oh, that's very unusual. We'll get someone on that right away. We're sorry, sir.
That's fine. I just so you don't even have any idea where she is.
Well, she was just there a moment ago. She might have just stepped out to the restroom or something. This is usually
sure.
a very quiet shift. There's normally no one really over there.
Right. Sorry, it's just one of those weird things. Don't worry about it. Thank
Listen,
you.
Do you know what her name was? She
Oh.
gave us really good service. I want to make sure
Oh,
that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. We'll let her know.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not just like giving out for
Yeah,
really.
There's so many creepy men at hotels, especially like pimply college kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I realized that. I realized that about halfway through when I was
we're not really gonna give you that
Yeah,
information.
can you give me her cell phone number and the social security
we
number?
don't need that.
In fact, that question kind of triggers it going, oh, maybe she just stepped away to get away from these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe they've already kidnapped her.
Yeah,
And they're
I know,
looking to kidnap
it's like-
me.
So Miles, you're a
Kidnapping.
computer genius.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Can you hack and change the GPS coordinates within a minute? Within a minute.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I'm not sure he knows what computer genius means.
Yeah, frankly, I don't know myself.
I think he's a genius. He's part of that can't be in the restricted area. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk about that though.
Well, you can talk
Interesting.
about that.
Well, I mean,
You can be in the restricted area in the
What hotel is
library.
this?
Oh, it's the
I mean,
This
Intercontinental.
is the Intercontinental.
Oh right, yeah,
I
you just
gotta-
got here.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
did. Just
without-
get here.
Like,
Hold
okay,
on.
you see.
Yeah.
You see what... I'm not crazy.
So
No,
Alright.
no.
teleportation is possible.
No. Did you smell?
This is really fascinating.
Did you smell anything? Have a strong olfactory response or reception.
I was really disorientated, but I don't think I noticed. Did I notice any? No, I don't think I noticed any particular smell.
I'm gonna scan her for signs of drug usage.
I've had alcohol.
I mean, she looks alright.
There are symbols. Okay, but there's no apparent tells. Where
Yeah,
I'm just
like her eyes
yeah.
aren't like crazy bloodshot. I mean, compared to Hale, she looks like she actually is ready to go to work.
Did the people at SpaceX discover how to transport?
I'm sorry,
people?
I'm on leave. I don't have a lot to
There's-
do right now.
Wait, Robbie, wait.
No,
Please
Very
wait.
impressive.
Please.
We're trying to figure this out because
We're a group of concerned individuals, and we've noticed a lot of strange things happening. And we're just collaborating our stories to see if there's some sort of connection there to all these strange occurrences.
What sort of strange occurrences?
Well, I mean, your teleportation, for one thing.
I'm not 100% sure that I teleported, but I
Okay.
did find myself randomly in a bar.
All right. Well, okay. Let's run through this. If you did
Where
not
did you get teleportation from?
well, how else would you
Hale
explain
has
suddenly
experienced.
appearing?
Hale has experienced
I don't know,
something
maybe
similar.
it blacked out or something.
I might have
Does
experienced.
it has any
Robbie.
time? Do I
Yeah,
notice the
it's-
time passing?
By the way, my name's
No.
my name's Gene. By the way,
Oh,
Hi
right.
there,
Yes.
I'm Robbie.
Rob,
Good to meet
nice
you.
To meet you.
Good
This
to
is my
meet you.
husband Tony.
Oh, good to meet you.
That's so excited about that.
You know,
I'm
you don't have a. Never mind.
I'm Kyle. Getting that beer.
He's not gonna.
I don't have any booze.
You could probably just grab one and just.
No.
Tony's not stealing from. He's not gonna
Stealing
steal
from a hotel
He's not
bar.
stealing.
Just put
He's
the money on the.
He's a
put the
good-
money on the bar.
No.
He's a good, upstanding man that follows the law.
Robbie, Hale has
Yes.
gone through a similar experience. He
That's
suddenly
how I got to the hospital.
he suddenly found himself in
To
a place
help
without
you.
knowing how he got there.
I was in my patrol car moments before being in the hospital
This makes no sense.
and taking down those assailants.
So we need to figure
thought
out what's
you were-
happening.
I thought you had wound up in the hospital because you were there to see somebody.
It's an easier story to tell than what actually happened.
So then what actually happened?
What you just experienced.
Listen, you definitely did not just walk in here. We would have noticed.
All right.
Wait a
don't-
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Did
Here's
you notice
a better
me
question.
walk in here?
Let's
No.
I mean, you guys were in a
Like, I've been
group
paying attention to
talking. I
people
don't
walking
know
by.
if it would've
I saw
noticed
those
me.
two other cops
Anything in
walking by.
fiction that's even remotely similar to this? I mean, probably the Time Traveler, but that's like.
No, there are tons of stories
Yeah.
exactly like this from your time in Sleepy Hollow.
But is there something
Like-
that's like even a little bit more specific that hits on multiple of these threads, like time travel, but also criminals?
Yeah,
I'm-
there's
Wait.
The-
Yeah.
for a very, very long time, there was a thought that the Jack the Ripper was a time traveler. Because there was a lot of weird evidence about the way he committed his crimes that suggested that he had forensic ability that had not been learned yet at the time that he was committing those crimes. And that's why he could not be caught. And so there are all these like weird sci-fi fantasy stories, you know. And,
Oh, that's
and,
cool.
and coming from Sleepy Hollow, you have read a bunch of these things, and in fact, you often use stories like that as part of whenever people come and say, "Oh, we're in Sleepy Hollow," and you say, "Okay, they're here for the weird stories." So you would tell them these like interesting stories.
Well, let's just hold on for a second because I just realized something even more important. If we assume, I'm not saying I believe in it yet, but if we assume that this teleportation theory has any weight, why were you teleported here, where we're meeting right now?
It's like this teleportation has a purpose.
Exactly.
There is a smell of urine in there.
Can we stop?
Yes.
Do
Oh,
you
that's-
guys
somebody else-
smell that?
I do.
This is exactly what was just before the teleportation happened.
All right.
Wait,
Awkward question. Just let's.
No,
Feel it out there.
I've got
None of us
drum
have.
footage up on a
I mean,
I'm even
it's a
double
bar.
checking, like- nope.
like keep an
No.
eye on it.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'm gonna do that like very timid, scared look around the room.
is the
It's right behind you.
is the bot in the back from the bathroom?
There is a a female police officer walking up to you guys.
And her pants.
Are dry.
I'm just double checking. I'm just making sure it's not like the whole switcheroo. It's
Oh
like,
no!
oh, someone just peed. That's why it smells like urine. Gotta be
You turn
safe.
around, there's a bum peeing on your chair.
Although when she gets up to the other side of the railing, so she's standing there on the other side of the brass, and Louisa, when she walks up to you, it's clearly her smell.